Cabal Infinite Combo Tournament, the Infinite War of Celestials. Each team will consist of 5 players working together to claim the victory. In addition, each team is allowed 2 substitute players, ensuring flexibility when needed. And remember, all players must use their own accounts and items, so bring your best gear and skills to the battlefield. No duplicate classes are allowed within the same team. Before the match starts, a coin toss will determine the home team. In case of a tie, the home team will be declared the winner. Each team is allowed a maximum of 2 revives, but each player can only revive once per match. Eliminating an opponent earns 1 point. The first team to reach 7 points wins the match. Each round has a 7-minute time limit. If the time runs out, the team with the higher kill count wins. If the score is tied, the team that secured the first kill wins.
I love you.
You know what you gotta
Cabal Infinite Combo Tournament, the Infinite War of Celestials. Each team will consist of 5 players working together to claim the victory. In addition, each team is allowed 2 substitute players, ensuring flexibility when needed. And remember, all players must use their own accounts and items, so bring your best gear and skills to the battlefield. No duplicate classes are allowed within the same team. Before the match starts, a coin toss will determine the home team. In case of a tie, the home team will be declared the winner. Each team is allowed a maximum of 2 revives, but each player can only revive once per match. Eliminating an opponent earns 1 point. The first team to reach 7 points wins the match. Each round has a 7-minute time limit. If the time runs out, the team with the higher kill count wins. If the score is tied, the team that secured the first kill wins.
I love you.
Cabal Infinite Combo Tournament, the Infinite War of Celestials. Each team will consist of 5 players working together to claim the victory. In addition, each team is allowed 2 substitute players, ensuring flexibility when needed. And remember, all players must use their own accounts and items, so bring your best gear and skills to the battlefield. No duplicate classes are allowed within the same team. Before the match starts, a coin toss will determine the home team. In case of a tie, the home team will be declared the winner. Each team is allowed a maximum of 2 revives, but each player can only revive once per match. Eliminating an opponent earns 1 point. The first team to reach 7 points wins the match. Each round has a 7-minute time limit. If the time runs out, the team with the higher kill count wins. If the score is tied, the team that secured the first kill wins.
I love you.
You know what you gotta
Cabal Infinite Combo Tournament, the Infinite War of Celestials. Each team will consist of 5 players working together to claim the victory. In addition, each team is allowed 2 substitute players, ensuring flexibility when needed. And remember, all players must use their own accounts and items, so bring your best gear and skills to the battlefield. No duplicate classes are allowed within the same team. Before the match starts, a coin toss will determine the home team. In case of a tie, the home team will be declared the winner. Each team is allowed a maximum of 2 revives, but each player can only revive once per match. Eliminating an opponent earns 1 point. The first team to reach 7 points wins the match. Each round has a 7-minute time limit. If the time runs out, the team with the higher kill count wins. If the score is tied, the team that secured the first kill wins.
And there is just no fight, no bitter pleas. The dominance is just being showcased here in game 2.
Close to being knocked out, but I think that's not the case right here. They're trying to do his best. Will he be able to survive this? I don't know. It's gonna be a 5v1.
Reflect shield coming from Ivilio, trying to buy time. AOD as well popped up already, but the wizard goes down for Mumu Runners. It's going to be a member deficit here. It goes down as well. It's a 3v5 for now. 3v5 is still up. H2K still trying to get a hold of Mumu Runners this time, but they have the upper hand. There's no more escape for Mumu Runners, and this is pretty much a done deal as H2K just trying to find the last remaining member.
We'll have some fights going on around here, guys. We have kill count 4 for H2K. We need to reach at least 7 in order for them to get a point. So will they be able to? There you go. We have here some clash happening on the bottom left corner of the map. We have here lots of things happening. But still, there's...
We have the Artist Defense here by Avilio Airgun just trying to buy time, but PK God already gone. H2K going to catch up. As matchup goes down, no more Avilio Airgun going for a BM2, having the target onto Sephiroth, but no damage is coming across. And that is just sufficient enough. H2K literally hard to kill. Mumu Runners trying to run away, trying to be for them to survive, and hard to kill overall. Will once again eviscerate Mumu Runners in game 2 of this series.
Go. We are now gonna look at it. Raphael trying to force kick. Force kick in the back.
Now,
but and now we're gonna head straight to the Dark Mage or the Gladiator. Okay, Chicken Nuggets being taken out. Bro James right here is still surviving. Big Daddy No Tail is trying his very best to survive, but I don't. However, is now half the HP. What's gonna happen now? But it's still the kill count is just neck and neck. Kill count 2 for Ultiplays and kill count 1 for Virus.
Yeah, for Virus. The force kick into the backside as Force Archer goes down. Now, Virus on the corner, left stuck here, up against Ultiplays as they're showing who down here. And Virus, they still have a couple of players up and running. However, soon enough, Ultiplays, in terms of the kill count comparison, they are still on a massive lead. And Innocent Zero goes down once. There you go. That's the Shadow Shield, the Morale Shout. Okay, being committed right here by Team Ultiplays. I think we have the same thing. It focuses, they just really wanted to focus on one single target, and they're trying to bring down the Force Archer from the side of Virus team. Chicken Nugget goes down already. 4v next, sorry, by Ultiplays. They're holding really strong here. Raphael down HP onto a very low state, but AOD comes to save him, and you also have it keeps him up alive quite a bit. Innocent Zero running around here, just trying to buy time for the team with that BM2. Huge amount of damage, having eyes onto the Force Archer, but that won't be enough. They have to catch him, but the dash and fade still coming in from Despedido. And once again, the disadvantage, the deficit without having any defensive. So James just trying to run away here, but Force Gunner going in for the chase. That BM3, that damage would.
That is a fight. We still need 2 more count in order for Ultiplays to win. We are 4 minutes and 34 seconds in the game. There you go, bro, to watch them. Luna, they're just trying to pit Bro James against Luna right here, but fails. Hey, yo, what's up, Cabalistas? Good evening once again. It's me, one of your casters for tonight. My name is Andwin, my partner, Infinity, and welcome to the 6th day of the Infinite War of Celestial Sea, the Infinite Battle. Technically, this is just the second day of the live stream, but of course, guys, we are here to bring you guys the non-stop action happening in the world of Never F.
Oh, for sure. I mean, yesterday we saw some heated battles. 3 matches specifically coming in from No Bitter Please, H2K, and Ultiplays winning their respective matchups. And today we're going to have a couple of more matches for the viewers watching at home.
Definitely, and I can really see lots of things getting heated up here, especially when it comes to these, competitors going at it non-stop, pretty much duking it out in the middle of the arena, showcasing their talents, pretty much how they handle their characters. Because again, guys, just to give you an idea, they are using their own accounts. They're not using a preload game accounts. They are using their own accounts. So once again, this is a very good opportunity for you to showcase whatever it is that you've got. Since you started playing Cabal, this is like the place where you shine. And when you are given an opportunity to shine, of course, you will do your best to shine the brightest.
And of course, the sponsors and the people that made this tournament shine. Thank you very much to Fantech. Fantech is a global brand specializing in gaming peripherals and accessories, including keyboards, mice, headsets, and chairs, etc., etc. So if you guys want your gaming peripherals, Fantech will be the one for you. And on top of that, they will also be giving away 5 Fantech HQ53 gaming headsets at the end of the tournament.
Yes, and of course, not just a Fantech, we would like to say thank you to VIU. VIU is a popular over-the-top streaming service that offers a wide variety of Asian entertainment content that includes dramas, movies, variety shows, and animes. So if you are really into these kinds of things, VIU is the app that you should download in Google Play Store, Apple Play Store, because at the end of this tournament, everyone, VIU will be giving away 5 premium subscriptions for 1 year. Again, happening at the end of this tournament.
Yeah, and just imagine you're just watching the stream, watching these players play it out in Celestial Sea. You've already had that chance, or you already have that chance onto winning a gaming headset, winning a subscription, and also on top of that as well, we have daily codes being given away with each and every single milestone, and also at the end of those streams. So invite your friends, invite your guildmates to watch the stream, and together you can win prizes and rewards. That's
right. And a while ago, we just witnessed the highlights between the two, the teams that duke it out in, in Lakeside Arena, and I was really amazed on how they executed their strategies and how they are really capable of, pretty much pinpointing who's going to be the target, who's going to be the first priority, who's going to be debuffed, and of course, we are going to our bracket right here. So this is happening in the Cygnus server. So later on tonight, we're going to be having another 3 match for tonight.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm expecting it will be Wakabu up against Strawhat Pirates. You have Mayhem up against Irie Deni alongside with VN Legends up against 777. So those are going to be exciting matches to watch and experience firsthand here in Infinite War of Celestial Sea. Considering our matches yesterday, right? It's very quick, it's very swift, and I'm expecting the same thing here today. But speaking of which, we're jumping into game number 1, Series 1, Strawhats versus Angry Mango.
So Angry Mango, okay, I don't know how angry they are, but I can see definitely good lineups right here. We have Force Archer, blader, but definitely there will be no shielder to provide them a shadow shield that will pretty much improve their defense right here. But they have a warrior who's more than capable of looking that or pretty much that at the same time dealing damage as well. So in the like a hybrid type of character who's capable of defense and also dealing damage. So what about you,
Yeah.
partner? What can you say about the Strawhat Pirates?
Yeah, I think and I echoed the sentiment, right? The thing about Angry Mango's draft or composition, it's not really speaking out loud onto a prolonged matchup. They're really banking on the amount of damage that they have in their composition. And as for Straw Hats Pirate, I think this would be a little bit off leaning towards the optimal type of composition, right? You have the Force Shielder, you have the Force Archer. These two are quite pivotal in each and every single composition just because you have that Shadow Shield across the board for the whole party, and then you have those heals, those sustains that will play quite a crucial role down the road, especially when we're hitting that 5-minute mark matchup, that 7-minute mark, a maximum timeline of each and every single game. And those are the times wherein these heals are going to be mattering the most. So we'll see how these teams will adjust, but it's game number 1, baby. Let's go and do it.
Okay, let's go. It's gonna be intense, everyone, because right here we have the Strawhats Pirate going up against Angry Mangoes. And of course, let's introduce our players right here from the side of the Strawhats Pirate. We have Jin Smoker, Yana FS, Chris Hain or Chris Han, Kohak Kuinu, and Logi.
I have to sneak in a little bit here and do it, because the thing is, like, Wakabu, these players and these people, they are past champions. They are the ones that really had a lot of the past Cabal tournaments as well. They're some of the best, if not the best, in Cabal. So that's something of an expectation here for Wakabu and Angry Mango overall. They definitely put out the show here. So expectations are set on the line. It's Straw Hats Pirate that really has to do something, and that has to give out their very best. And you know what? Wakabu, they might not have the Force Shielder this time around, but it don't matter in this type of lineup. It don't matter with these type of players that is in this team.
Mm-hmm. So that's definitely true, because this is my first time hearing about the Wakabus. So definitely I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be hyped and pumped to see them in action. So I think our match is about to begin. So I don't see anyone putting on any buffs at the moment. So let's just wait for the countdown, because I think in this particular matchup, the easy target will be the Force Archer. That's going to be the top priority in terms of targets. So the Force Archer should be able to roam around or maybe hide in a very good spot in order for him to avoid being sighted in the very early stage of the game.
Yeah, for sure. So those are like some of the expectations here for Wakabu and even Straw Hats Pirate, as you have mentioned already in terms of that composition. But once again, here in this tournament, here in Infinite War of Celestial Sea, to be more specific, these players are using their own equipment, are using their own characters as well. So this will be a game changer for both sides.
I can see someone unleashing the battle one of the Bladers, and that's going to be the fight right here, everyone. I can see some of the players from Straw Hats Pirate trying to gank on, or pretty much gang up on Z-Lady Ann right here, and Z-Lady Ann is just running around in this particular map, but Kohaku Inu is gone and out. Same goes for Yana FS, and so was the rest of the Straw Hat crew. So they are down to their last 2 players. So what's going to happen now? We have 4 kill count coming in, a 5 kill count coming in for the Wakabus, and they're not losing any of the team members right here. Infinity, this is insane. So what's going to happen now? We are down to the last player, and that is Kohaku Inu, and he is very, very low on health. He's being toyed at, and that's going to be it.
And that's pretty much what we have mentioned right? At the beginning of the game, at the beginning of the scene, when I saw those players, when I saw those IGNs, it's pretty much game over. But of course, right, the amount of coordination coming in from these players and coming in from this team, these players come a long way back. A couple of years back, they have been competing time and time again in Cabal, not just in mobile, but also in PC. So that's something that you really have to take note about these players, that in terms of those chemistries, in terms of that coordination, it is going to be top notch. And what we saw at the beginning of that game, we saw at the beginning of that matchup, the amount of coordination that they put a target onto the Dark Mage. The Dark Mage fell down quite quickly as well, and they followed up right another with a couple of kills, or with their kill count running up in numbers really fast. And I think that's something to really take note about Wakabu as a team and even as a player. They are standing on a united front.
That's true. I can see the Straw Hat Pirates here in the highlights right here. As you can see, since we are looking at some of the players of the Straw Hat Pirates, I think it's a Jin Smoker who got taken out first. And of course, most of them are trying to gang up on Z-Lady Anne, but they aren't not that successful in doing so. And then in terms of the other team members being taken out as they attack Z-Lady Anne, some of the members of Team Wakabu did their job, and of course they took out the last remaining members of the Straw Hats Pirate. And of course, that's going to be a 1-point game for Team Angry Mango or Wakabu.
Yeah. So yesterday we were talking about the strategy to keep in mind, right, here in this tournament. Since these players are playing with their own characters, they're playing with their own equipment, pretty much the state of the battle will dictate, or will be dictated by the amount of combat power that each and every single individual players have with their characters. But on top of that, the second on the list that will be very important, that will play a significant role in this tournament, in this battle, would be the coordination and the chemistry. So I think Wakabu has it in the bag for these two top choices, but it will still be kind of a very scary and dangerous type of bracket that they're fighting for. I'm expecting them to kind of lead more towards onto the semifinals and even like clean sweep onto this tournament as well. But we have to remember, yesterday, the top notchers of this bracket as well, with the likes of No Bitter Please just demolishing their opponents yesterday. So that's something, or that's a team specifically that you also have to keep in mind.
Mm-hmm. And maybe if, since we're talking about who's gonna meet who, maybe in this tournament, I really can't tell what's gonna happen anymore if the likes of Wakabu ended up with, going up against Please. So aside to the pretty much forward, this is one thing that you guys shouldn't miss, because this is gonna be an amazing matchup. Good thing they ended up at brackets, so they didn't end up on the same bracket. So that's one thing.
Yeah, for sure.
That
yeah.
gonna be if that's gonna happen.
I definitely do agree, right? These are some of the teams and some of the players so far, from what we have been seeing here in Signal servers, to be specific, is that there are a lot of heavy hitters. There are a lot of teams that really has that power to really sweep up the whole tournament here, right? The likes of No Bear Please, we're seeing Wakabu as well rise to the occasion, rise to quite a bit of the rankings that we have here in Infinite War of Celestial Sea. So these are some of the players that we really have to look at. But I'm also really excited how Mayhem and Irie Deni in the future, in the foreseeable future matchups, will also play it out. VN Legends and 777 later down the road as well for a very last matchup will be quite exciting. But Anduin, these are some of the exceptions in this tournament that, you know what, they cannot, or they are allowed to not have any force shielder, because they're just going all out in damage, and we saw what happened during game one.
They don't have any force shielder, definitely, but they still dominated the game. I think one of the key players right there is not just pretty much not just the Force Archer, but pretty much the Warrior as well, because of the Warrior's skill. Because a Warrior can pretty much buff the teammates as well because of the Fury Shout and Moral Shout and Bears Vitality. And of course, as you can see again, we are going to start again talking about the Warrior on the other side. We are definitely getting lots of buff coming in from that particular player. We have the Moral Shout and the Fury Shout. And of course, if the Force Archer is able to keep sustaining that a warrior who can also buff himself, it's going to be GG for this particular game right here.
Yeah, so now it's game 2 here. It's Wakabu already on the lead, 1-point lead. It's match point basically for Wakabu. One more win to be able to take the series down and proceed into the quarterfinals. Game 2 on the road.
There you go. I think the buffs are being committed right here. Fury Shout, Morale Shout has been committed right here. I can see another battle mode 2 being committed by the Blader. And we have here some action going on. They're trying to focus on Yana FS now, but I think they're not going to be successful in doing so. Trying to pinpoint Z Lady Anne. Z Lady Anne receiving so much damage. Will they be able to take her out of the equation? But I don't think so. Kohaku Inu, however, is very low on health, and that's going to be it for him because he's going to go out in a blaze of glory. But still, he was able to sustain himself with mass heal, and Zahane also lowered right in terms of health. A kill count 3 for the side of Wakabu. We still have 2 more players remaining for the side of the Strawhats Pirate. One more player remaining, Kohaku Inu, trying to survive. Will he be able to do so? But I don't think so. It's going to be 5 against 1, and that's going to be it for the game. And the winner of this match right here is none other than the Angry Mangoes or the Wakaboos.
Fantastic showing here by Wakabu. Series 1 for the day. A clean sweep once more. Fantastic showing coming in from them. And they, with that win, they will now proceed into, I believe, the quarterfinals here in this tournament. So that's one series down already. Very, very swift here and we're running through it. Similar to what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, it's really, really fast. I mean, I thought they can still put up a fight, but I can always see the leader coming in from the team Wakabu, unleashing his battle mode 2, going berserker mode, maybe to deal knockdown damage to whoever's trying to target Z Lady Anne. And Z Lady Anne is very, very swift. I mean, she's moving all across the map right here. They're having a hard time pinpointing her location, and you're gonna see our highlights right here, everyone, in our round number 2 of our first series. Okay, there you go. As you can see, the battle mode 2 has been committed. Mikey right here trying to focus on Logi, and I think he was able to be successfully taking down Logi on the get-go. And Kohaku Ino went next, and Jin Smoker went next as well. And again, it's a very swift and clean win coming in from Team Wakabu because they know who to protect and pretty much who's going to target who. So that played a very huge factor as well in this game right here.
Yeah, and the thing is, with how Team Wakabu did it, or, well, pretty much like the whole storyline coming in from that series is that you have Strawhats, who was primarily targeting Z Lady Anne, and in theory, that's really the important, and that is what you need. You need to remove the Force Archer, but the thing is, like, Z Lady Anne, the IGN, the character itself, is really tanky, and once again, to reiterate, you have the heals for those sustains, so all throughout, they cannot punish Z Lady Anne in game 1 and even in game 2. But on the flip side, you have so much damage coming in for the side of Wakabu.
And of course, we have our first code right here, everyone. Thank you so much for your undying love and support. We just reached our first milestone, so meaning to say we are at 150 viewers right now as we go live. And again, make sure that you share this stream with your friends, invite your friends or families, or maybe even your guildmates to support the participating team for tonight's tournament. And of course, this is our code. It's T9X6Q3W4.
Yeah, and it's pretty much like everyone who's currently watching have that chance for rewards. You just have to type in those codes in your game, in your account, and expect a reward respectively. And we have a lot in store for you guys. We have a lot in store for today and even in the following weeks as well, especially of course that this tournament is brought to you by Fantech VIU. Fantech is going to give away 5 gaming headsets at the end of the tournament, and if you need gaming peripherals, accessories like keyboards, mice, and headsets, Fantech will be the best for you.
And of course, if you are an avid fan of movies, animes, Korean dramas, and pretty much anything that is related to these things, make sure that you download VIU, because they will be giving away 5 one-year premium subscriptions at the end of the tournament. And of course, guys, as much as we want to stay and keep you guys entertained, we're going to go on a very short break, because later on, it's going to be the second game of tonight. And again, we'll be back. Don't go anywhere. The Infinite War of Celestial Sea will return after this break.
Cabal Infinite Combo Tournament, the Infinite War of Celestials. Each team will consist of 5 players working together to claim the victory. In addition, each team is allowed 2 substitute players, ensuring flexibility when needed. And remember, all players must use their own accounts and items, so bring your best gear and skills to the battlefield. No duplicate classes are allowed within the same team. Before the match starts, a coin toss will determine the home team. In case of a tie, the home team will be declared the winner. Each team is allowed a maximum of 2 revives, but each player can only revive once per match. Eliminating an opponent earns 1 point. The first team to reach 7 points wins the match. Each round has a 7-minute time limit. If the time runs out, the team with the higher kill count wins. If the score is tied, the team that secured the first kill wins.
I love you.
Ding dong, they just think they are. Never little wanna be gangster trying to play hard.
Cabal Infinite Combo Tournament, the Infinite War of Celestials. Each team will consist of 5 players working together to claim the victory. In addition, each team is allowed 2 substitute players, ensuring flexibility when needed. And remember, all players must use their own accounts and items, so bring your best gear and skills to the battlefield. No duplicate classes are allowed within the same team. Before the match starts, a coin toss will determine the home team. In case of a tie, the home team will be declared the winner. Each team is allowed a maximum of 2 revives, but each player can only revive once per match. Eliminating an opponent earns 1 point. The first team to reach 7 points wins the match. Each round has a 7-minute time limit. If the time runs out, the team with the higher kill count wins. If the score is tied, the team that secured the first kill wins.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be Mayhem up against Irie Deni. So those are the teams that will be fighting into the next series that we have for the day. And it's really interesting. I don't know if I am going to know them personally with their IGS, but definitely like No Bear Please. I remember like these players coming in from yesterday in the past, and alongside with Wakabu, surprisingly enough, in our match number 1 here today. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see who these teams are. So yeah, and also on top of that, I'm really curious as well to consider what are the classes we are going to expect for the day, considering as well that we have seen such a drastic difference time and time again, right? Coming in from earlier today in match number 1, we saw a composition coming in for Wakabu without no Force Shielder, and then you also have a match yesterday with the same type of composition. So this time around, coming in from 777, you have Force Shielder, you have Blader, you have Warrior, you have a Force Blader, and a Dark Mage. So overall, this is kind of like a balanced composition. They do not have a Force Archer, but it doesn't really matter into that regard if they have enough damage. So I think that is what Team 777 will be banking on coming in for this tournament. But on the flip side, for VN Legends, you have a Force Archer, you have a Force Shielder. These are going to be big hitters for their composition. And then you also have Warrior, Wizard, and Force Blader. So I think overall, the strategy would be for Team 777 to have that hyper priority onto the Force Archer as the target, or even the Wizard if they're able to put it down quite quickly. Although, one of the big problems that Team 777 is going to face down the road is that Wizard still has that Spirit Shield. Wizard still has those heals, those mass heals that can play quite a bit of a role to sustain the whole team overall. Now, for VN Legends, what they could do is just have a target onto the Dark Mage. Dark Mage is one of the squishiest targets that you can have, or rather, squishiest target in the game currently. So that's something that I'm eyeing on for VN Legends. Coming in from game number 1, the Dark Mage will be the target lock-in. So we'll see how these teams are going to be performing here today, especially considering that these teams are using their own accounts, are using their own equipment. So it's all about the battle of gears. It's all about the battle of equipment here today and here in Infinite War of Celestial Sea. So yeah, game number 1 just on the horizon here. Team 777, you have Doibuds, you have Jewel, you have Japoy, you have Denel, you have Gabi. And for VN Legends, you have Ryle, you have Shiny, you have Tor, you have Dominic, and you have Conifer. So such strong names, strong players coming here for the second series for the day. Quite excited as well. And we're seeing like Confra already readying up with that lightning blade for VN Legends. And I think overall, Force Bladers generally kind of deals quite a bit of impact into the game, considering you have a lot of debuffs. That's quite important. So yeah, that's something to consider overall, coming in from both sides, coming in from all these teams. Now, the Force Shielder coming in from both sides would be the same. They have those Spirit Shield, or rather Shadow Shields, that can give quite a bit of defensive capability for Team 777 and VN Legends. It's all about priorities here. It's all about target lock-ins for 777 and VN Legends. Game 1, couple of seconds away here, just prepping both teams to come into the tournament area, coming into Lakeside. But yeah, we'll definitely start soon here for the viewers watching at home. And once again, a quick reminder here for the viewers watching at home that we have a lot of giveaways. We have a lot of codes for the players or for the viewers watching at home currently. Just watch. When we hit those milestones, those 200 viewers, 300 viewers, we're going to give away quite a bit of codes to you guys. And at the end of the stream as well, another code will be given away. So really exciting stuff. Really exciting stuff for our Cabalistas, for our players. But just a quick update here for the viewers watching at home that we have a player disconnected for now. So it's all about just that patience game, the waiting game here in game number 1 before our game will start. But definitely, if you have a team, if you have a specific player that you really want to cheer for here in Cygnus server, do comment it on the comment section. Like, who is it going to be? Who's going to win? But here we go. Game number 1 going to start really soon as both these teams start to buff up. Shadow Shields are coming up already. Team 777 already down the road. Bears of Vitality quite a bit early there being casted. But VN Legends and Team 777 still not starting. Might have a disconnection for now as we do not see the screen move. But players' HP are already going down quite quickly. And Team 777 here, yeah, losing a lot of HP. But we're going back. I'm back. I'm doing still there. Just waiting patiently. You guys will see him back again later on. But for now, you have me. Yeah, me as a solo commentator for now. But I believe we have a bit of technical difficulties. But down the road, we're coming back pretty soon. So just chill a bit. Now, just a quick runabout onto the current status of the tournament here in Cygnus server. Yesterday, for those of you guys that were not able to tune in onto the tournament, No Bitter Please, Batang Hamog were able to fight in the very first series, wherein No Bitter Please just finished their respective match in under 2 minutes. So under 2 minutes in game 1, under 2 minutes in game 2. And then the following series, you had H2K and Mumu Runners battle it out and face each other off in the tournament as well, wherein it was H2K that was able to win it cleanly. Now, the last match yesterday, it was Virus up against Ultiplays, wherein it was Ultiplays in quite of a long time bout between these two teams were able to come out on top. So that's something that you really have to keep an eye on. These teams, Don't Kill Me, No Bitter Please, H2K and Ultiplays are already sitting in the quarterfinals. Now, for the side of, or on the other side of the bracket, we have Wakabu already waiting on the winner of Mayhem or Irie Deni. They are already sitting on top of the bracket here. So that's something to keep in mind, especially considering how Wakabu has a vast amount of experience already in the competitive scene. These players and these team already know each other like the back of their hands. So down the road, it is a big expectation of them to really go the long distance in this tournament here in Cygnus server. Oh, welcome back. You missed nothing, actually. You missed nothing. But welcome back. How's darkness over there? Yeah, so Anduin's gonna come back. Just wait for a few seconds, guys. We already have him in comms, but down the road we're gonna see him in person.
I'm here.
You're there. Welcome back.
I'm here.
From the darkness, you rise.
Oh my god. I got lost. I got absorbed by the darkness. I'm so sorry, everyone. What did I miss? I mean, what happened in our first game? Can you bring me up to speed, Infinity?
Okay, the very first game is not the first game. That's pretty much what happened there. Because the thing is, like, what is being shown on screen was not exactly game number one, but soon enough we're gonna see it happen in real time. Just a bit of technical difficulty here for the viewers watching at home. Just a bit of patience here. We're gonna come back soon enough.
Okay, so don't worry, guys. I'm really sorry again for what happened, but I'm very, very excited. So what happened a while ago is the game that you watch is not really the game. Okay, so I think this is gonna be this is gonna be the actual game itself, right? So we're gonna go on to this game right here. We have Team 777 versus VN Legends. So are you familiar with with these teams or any of these names right here, Infinity?
Truthfully, no. I think this is the first time that I'm seeing both these teams or both these players with their set of IGNs. I haven't seen them personally in the competitive scene in the past. Maybe Japoy is a bit familiar, but overall, these are quite a bit of new names that I'm hearing and that I'm seeing. Although VN Legends is a bit familiar in the mix of Cabal overall, I think VN Legends has put out a name for themselves over the past, and I feel like they could definitely do it the same thing again here in Infinite War of Celestial Sea.
What I am interested about is the combination of characters that they have right here. They don't have any Force Archer. They don't have. So I'm not sure who's gonna survive the longest here. Is it gonna be Team 777 or Team VN Legends? Maybe Team 77 have the stroke of luck on their end because of the lucky 7 numbers that they have on their name. But I'm just really surprised. But they're now buffing up. Definitely VN Legends committing all the buffs right here. Warrior putting out the War Cry or Morale Cry. No Fury Shout at the moment, but definitely the primary buffs coming in from the Warrior is being unleashed. And as you can see on the side of Team 77, nothing is happening yet, Infinity.
Yeah, we're still on a standstill here, but soon enough we're gonna see both these teams play it out and duke it out. But for now, I think it's all about just waiting for those buffs to have those cooldowns ready. Although I'm a bit interested to see like how Team 777 is gonna play this out, because Jewel doesn't have any SP, and they do not have any Wizard as well in consideration. And so far, this tournament is pretty much hands-all deck, right? You do not have any limitations onto the usage of your battle modes. So Jewel is in a bit of a deficit. He can't even use his combos this time in this tournament, in this war, in this matchup to be more specific.
That's true. That's true. And I can see that there we have here a very, very, very well-known DPS in the game. We have the leader coming in from Team 77, and the match is about to start right now. And there you go, Fury Shout, and pretty much the buff. They just Warner and pretty much rated now. All of the teams of 7. What happened right there? Good lord!
And that is what I call. That is what I call complete obliteration. VN Legends did it once more.
They just went on ahead.
And for the folks watching at home, is the reason why They weren't able to take game number 1 because VN Legends will win it through and through very quickly in game 1 and game 2. And for that, they will win the series overall. VN Legends proceed to the next bracket here in this tournament.
Wow. So that's what happened. Good lord. They eviscerated Team 7-7 in just a blink of an eye. You know, I mean, I don't know if it was their strategy at Team 7-7. They're just in the corner, lower left corner. And then suddenly, when the countdown starts, everyone from VN Legends just went full on battle mode and pretty much went on ahead to like a charge Team 7-7 in the corner and eviscerated everyone in the process. I can see bodies being laid to waste, like at 2 or 3 bodies all at once. Wow, that is really, really fast.
Yeah, and I think that's also like one of the reasons. Like VN Legends has been a name out there in the past as well. It's a bit familiar in terms of that guild, in terms of that name overall. So definitely, like VN Legends has been putting a name for themselves over the past years, and they're putting a name once again here in Infinite War of Celestial Sea. Quite a bit of a show of dominance, a show of hands by VN Legends this time around up against Team 777. Unfortunately, with that defeat coming in from 777, they have to bow out of the tournament. But VN Legends will rise to the occasion, and I'm really, really excited to see down the road as well, because right now VN Legends, with them proceeding into the next bracket, they will fight up against Rules Breaker. But for now, let's look at the highlights coming from game 2.
Wow, there you go. Look at it, everyone. 4 bodies are falling down all at once, resurrecting, pretty much spawning all at the same time. And then, in just a blink of an eye, again, they got eviscerated. They got, they got defeated in an instant by these, players coming in from VN Legends. Now, we have 3 teams to look at in this particular tournament, in this battle happening in the Infinite War of Celestial Sea, the Infinite Battle. We have No Bitter Please. We have VN Legends. And a while ago, we witnessed Team Wakaboo or Angry Mangoes. This is really a crazy mix happening in this particular matchup right here. The tournament is getting heated up. I'm really pumped up. What about the Infinity?
Yeah, I think it definitely is one of the names that rises to like the alert signal of this tournament overall. They're really, really powerful. They have that strength. But once again, what also is rewarding for the viewers watching at home is another code for the folks out there, for the Cabalistas that is currently watching the stream. It's D1L6X48.
Exactly. So make sure that you log on to your started as early as tonight, because we just hit our 200 viewers milestone. Hooray! Wow, I sound like a kid. And definitely I am excited. I am just really pumped up because I can see lots of potential players rising up in this tournament right here, and I can't wait to witness game number 3.
Yeah, for sure. Game number 3 just on the horizon here. It will probably and most likely be Mayhem up against Irie Deni coming up next as our final series for the day. And the winner in that series will be having to face Wakaboo in the quarterfinals. So that's something to keep in mind here for these teams and for these players. And overall, for the fans out there as well, it's something to look forward to here in this tournament.
Yes, exactly. And of course, I am very, very... I don't know. It's really hard to tell who's gonna bring home the bacon or who's gonna be the best team in terms of this tournament, because I can see lots of potential teams rising to the occasion. Just like what you said, we have one team from the opposite bracket who's also very good in terms of sweeping their enemies. But again, we are really, really hyped and pumped. But of course, it's about time to a very order to prepare for game number 3. So don't go anywhere, everyone. The Infinite War Celestial Seas, the Infinite Battle will be back. So don't go anywhere.
Cabal Infinite Combo Tournament, the Infinite War of Celestials. Each team will consist of 5 players working together to claim the victory. In addition, each team is allowed 2 substitute players, ensuring flexibility when needed. And remember, all players must use their own accounts and items, so bring your best gear and skills to the battlefield. No duplicate classes are allowed within the same team. Before the match starts, a coin toss will determine the home team. In case of a tie, the home team will be declared the winner. Each team is allowed a maximum of 2 revives, but each player can only revive once per match. Eliminating an opponent earns 1 point. The first team to reach 7 points wins the match. Each round has a 7-minute time limit. If the time runs out, the team with the higher kill count wins. If the score is tied, the team that secured the first kill wins.
I love you.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say.
Cabal Infinite Combo Tournament, the Infinite War of Celestials. Each team will consist of 5 players working together to claim the victory. In addition, each team is allowed 2 substitute players, ensuring flexibility when needed. And remember, All players must use their own accounts and items, so bring your best gear and skills to the battlefield. No duplicate classes are allowed within the same team. Before the match starts, a coin toss will determine the home team. In case of a tie, the home team will be declared the winner. Each team is allowed a maximum of 2 revives, but each player can only revive once per match. Eliminating an opponent earns 1 point. The first team to reach 7 points wins the match. Each round has a 7-minute time limit. If the time runs out, the team with the higher kill count wins. If the score is tied, the team that secured the first kill wins.
Hey yo guys, what's up? It's me again, Andwin. I'm back from the depths of the abyss, bringing you guys non-stop Cabal action happening here in the Infinite War of Celestial Sea, the Infinite Battle. And of course, joining me in the casters, deck is my good partner, Infinity. So what can you say about the last game?
All I can say is that you blink and you miss it. That's pretty much the storyline of game number 2, or at least series number 2 for the day. It happened really fast. I think it was not exactly a world record, but it was pretty much like one of the fastest, if not the fastest matchup that we've seen so far in the past 2 days, including today, that we were looking at these games, we're looking at these tournaments.
That's true. That's true. So again, don't blink, or you might just miss it. So then again, we have our winners being crowned in the first 2 games of tonight's tournament. So we have Team Wakaboo or Angry Mangoes, going to the quarter finals, and of course Team VN Legends again going up to the bracket, proceeding to the quarterfinals. And of course we have here our next game, and I'm very hyped and stumped to see what they have to offer in the game. So we have Irie Deni going up against Mayhem Guild. So any names familiar, partner?
The thing is, I'm not seeing the IGNs for now, so I couldn't really tell you specifically, this guy's familiar, right? But down the road, the ones who jump into the camera screens, on the player screens, I think maybe we could look at these players and see if someone's familiar. But so far, Irie Deni, Mayhem, these are quite a bit of new names to my ears. So I'm really excited to see how they can perform coming down into this tournament, especially the likes of battling the beasts of Cygnus server, having the likes of Wakaboo and Legends, and even No Better Please in the mix of the quarterfinals. But overall, in the lineup, something to take note of is that Mayhem doesn't really have 4 shielders, so that initial defensive capability of having that Shadow Shield is not part of the equation here for Mayhem Guild.
They are more on debuffing their enemies, more or likely coming in from Force Blader, but it can easily be debuffed by, or it can easily be negated by the Wizard. And of course, we have a Force Archer who will bring in so much healing capabilities in the team of Irie Deni, plus the Shadow Shield coming in from the Force Shielder of Irie Deni. So I am really confused, or not really confused, at loss of loss of words here, because I don't see how are they going to pull this one off. But maybe again, it's up to the execution and pretty much own account. So may the best team wins in this particular series right here. It's Mayhem once again versus Team Irie Deni. And of course, let's introduce the players. From Team Irie Deni, we have Angel Shielder, Too Easy For Me, Ainora, Rahayu, and Nipa 3.
Yeah, and now for the opposite side, for Mayhem, you have G Crush, you have the what do you call this? You have the Force Archer, you have IC Dead Bodies, you have No Name, and you also have IC Place. So really, to kid you not, or to tell you truthfully, these are some new names that I'm seeing right now and doing. So I'm really curious on how they can perform here in this 5v5 setup in Infinite War.
Mm-hmm. That's true. But of course, we still have to wait for the countdown before they can engage in battle. No buff is being committed just yet. So let's see what's going to happen. Then again, like what I said, we have no means of initiating any defensive maneuver in terms of Team Mayhem right here. So I am really, really looking forward on how are they going to be able to pull this one off. Aside from the archer who can provide healing, the mage that also can also provide buffs and healing. I'm really, really curious how are they going to do this. Debuff coming in from Force Blader and Dark Mage, and one single DPS character in the form of the Blader. Maybe he will go on battle mode 2, just like what happened earlier with Mikey. We don't know yet. That is still yet to come. And I think the team, however, of Irie Deni will be more courageous in terms of stepping into the battlefield because they have that shadow shield to protect them and pretty much absorb some of the damage being dealt by Mayhem.
For sure, yeah, I think so too. But as of yet, I'm really curious like how these players are going to play it out. This time, as you have mentioned, there's just a couple of things to consider as well here in this game and here in this type of compositions. Without any force shielder, there's a bit of that deficit. But we saw a while ago, right? Just if you have that raw power, if you have that raw combat stats, I think overall you still have that capacity to be able to win it. But it's a coin flip, right? It's just a big disadvantage overall not having a force shielder. But also, if you're going to look at the opposite side of the coin, having a force shielder, the only thing that it provides for the team overall would be the shadow shield. After the shadow shield, he is just going to be a walking tank.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the art of defense coming in. He can just stand in front of the arena and pretty much tank the damage coming in. But of course, if you're going to be popping the art of shield as the shielder, they will be you because you will be immobilized as you pop that particular skill of yours. And
Mm.
I am really, really, waiting for them to initiate some of the buff. Maybe they're still talking about strategy, maybe who's going to be their first target. But of course, in my case, there you go. That's going to be the buff coming in from our Force Archer. And of course, it's about to go down. No Shadow Shield has been initiated just yet, but of course, some of the primary buff is being initiated by the Force Gunner right here, and they're trying to pretty much test the waters right here. Everyone, no name, getting so much damage on the get-go. I see dead bodies is also receiving so much damage, and of course, there's the buff, there's the debuff as well coming in from our Force Blader. But again, Ainora went down. That's going to be the first kill count coming in from Team Mayhem. Despite having no Force Shielder at all, they were still able to get the first blood and the first kill. And now the members of Irie Deni is falling out like flies. Everyone, Nipa and Ainora is trying to survive, trying their best to survive. Rahayu, however, is being ignored right here at the moment, but they are going after Ainora and Nipa. They know their priorities here, everyone.
Yeah, for sure. Now Mayhem still trying to find a couple of kills as Irie Deni is still fighting through and through. Mayhem needs the 6 kill counts as of yet. We still have a lot of buffs coming from Irie Deni. Still sustainable coming from her composition, but Rahayu already down low, just trying to dash and fade, but you have G Crush coming through with that chase. Rahayu goes down. It's a second kill count coming in from Mayhem. 5v4 for now. Too easy for me. Just going about around, but Ainora is still up and running. Irie Deni still has that capability of just going for the heals across the board for his teammates, but Nipa will be the next target. Ainora getting force pick from the backside, coming in for the Force Blader, will be the main target as Ainora now facing the Rat of No Name onto the sidelines, but as of yet, Irie Deni have yet to find their first kill as of yet. G Crush going to eat too easy for me, but I see dead people will go down. And it's the first kill count for Irie Deni will be put into consideration. But Irie Deni so far still holding up their foundation, still holding up their fortress as Mayhem trying to still find that opportunity to bring them down and close this round out. No name 1v1 up against Ainora onto the sidelines as well as a Force Player up against a Force Archer. But Ainora used up the BN2 already. Huge amount of single DPS is going to take place for the side of Mayhem. Nipa 3 already so low, no more sustain enough to keep Nipa 3 alive, as that will be another one that falls. Mayhem now at a massive advantage in this fight up against Irie Deni. 3 minutes into the game already. And you have the Wizard going about onto the sidelines as well. And this is what it thinks. If you have the Force Shielder, he would be a walking tank without the Shadow Shield. And for now, Ainora will be FF by Mayhem. Will be the next target, but a good close call there in a use of his sub buff to himself to be able to keep himself a bit of time. G Crush already used up that attack damage buff for himself as well as a target onto Irie Deni going in for that chase rather. Ainora already down low. Still alive though. Mayhem has to bring him down. He has enough chance to buy time for this team, but 3 minutes left into this matchup. And another one falls into 4 kill count for Mayhem.
That's going to be Nora leaving the battlefield. We are now down to our last 3 players. We just need 2 more kills for the side of Mayhem in order for them to win the first round. But of course, we have here Too Easy For Me going one-on-one with G Crush, but he's now being ganked by pretty much everyone in Mayhem. That's going to be it for this game right here, because we are down to our last player for the side of Team Irie Deni. The Force Archer is just for, dear life right here. Angel Shielder, again, he's just a walking tank right now. He's trying his very best to survive, but of course, what can he do? He has no damage at all. Everyone is now being targeted by pretty much everyone in Team Mayhem, but I don't know if he will be able to take one of them with him. But there you go. The damage is too overwhelming, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the win for the side of Mayhem.
Yeah, fantastic first game here coming in from Mayhem's side, and that will be the first game of the series so far. And yeah, overall, I think it's a really, really good thing to consider this matchup specifically, as this has been one of the longest and one of the closest matches we've seen so far for these 2 days that we have been watching this tournament thus far. So this is a breath of fresh air, definitely.
I am really amazed by how they're to survive in the middle of their best to at least sustain pretty much everyone. And I was amazed that even though Team Mayhem doesn't really have that Shadow Shield in their arsenal, they were still able to survive and outlast Team the other team, Team Irie Deni. So I am really amazed. Maybe this is a strategy that we can consider moving forward as well. But really tank. But again, they just proven themselves very much capable of executing that kind of strategy with those classes in their lineups. So again, we are excited for game number 2, or sorry, series 2. And of course, we are going to the highlights.
Of which, yeah, it's just the highlights coming in from game number 1. And I think something to take note of here is that Mayhem was able to really just put up an upper hand coming in from this team. If you're going to look at Rahayu was the main target of Mayhem, being chased across, getting that double kill at the initial matchup coming in from this game. Right, Rahayu fell down first, revive occurred, but Rahayu fell down once again. So Mayhem really just capitalized on the numbers advantage game in match number 1 in this series. So that's an important thing to take note. As for Force Shielder, I think overall Force Shielder with that Shadow Shield, huge utility, right? But the reason why I mentioned a while ago that he will be a walking tank, because the reason for that is that he is just gonna walk around. Yes, he can deal damage, but the thing is, like, the opposition will not take notice of you up until the very end. And I think this would support my statement that Angel Shielder was the last member standing here for Irie Deni.
That's true. That's true. As much as we want to, pretty much cheer for Angel Shielder, it's just too much. I mean, he can outlast, maybe if it's gonna be a 1v1 situation, maybe he can outlast one of the characters, but it's gonna be a 4v1 situation happening a while ago, as you have seen in the highlights. So again, maybe it's gonna be tough for a team Irie Deni to win this one up. But again, I'm not gonna cross them out of the equation, because anything is still possible in this tournament, which is called the Infinite Wars of Celestial Sea.
Yeah, for sure. And I think overall, I think that's the type of thinking, right? Coming into these tournaments, there are priorities, right? The hyper priority targets would be the squishy targets that deals damage. Force Archer into consideration with the hyper priority that you really need to bring down, because if we're gonna look at that game number 1, Mayhem didn't really have a Force Shielder. So the Force Shielder not in their composition means that they're lacking onto that negation of damage. So the Force Archer would do the heavy lifting in terms of going in for those heals for the rest of the team that can sustain across the whole matchup. So I think that is one of the pivotal roles coming to Force Archer. If ever there's no Force Shielder, it's all hands on deck for the Force Archer.
That's true. That's true. And I was really surprised how the Force Archer from the side of Team Mayhem was able to sustain pretty much everyone in the party. Or maybe it plays a great factor as well that not everyone in the party has a very big amount of HP, since they are not really that tanky or beefy in terms of their roles. Since we have Force Blader, Dark Mage, what else? A Blader, and Force Archer. If you use mass heal among these characters, you can easily see their HP being revitalized in an instant, because they're not that beefy. Their role is to pretty much deal damage, debuff the enemies, and of course, if you don't focus that much on HP, so when you cast that massive healing, it's gonna be an instant heal for the party, and it's gonna be a reset for them, and they're gonna be using that to their advantage to lay waste to everyone in their path.
Yeah, so those are some of the sneak peeks and tidbits coming in from this composition, or coming in from this game specifically, right? And coming down into the next matchup, I think that's where things would actually just have to step up for the likes of Irie Deni to be able to really just put up a good fight here into this, or well, rather to have that chance to be able to make a comeback, right? Because now it's Mayhem who is on match point. One more win and they take the series away.
That's true. So it's still if Team Irie Deni will be able to win this next round, then pretty much they can force another game out of Team Mayhem. So it's gonna be a fight till death, because we're gonna have a third game, and it's, if ever, that's gonna be the first in this tournament that we will have a game number 3. So I can't wait if that's gonna happen or not, because our players are still preparing for the upcoming match.
Yeah, it definitely is. We're looking forward into that. It's pretty much moments away before we jump into potentially the last and final game for the day. But of course, as soon as we said that, we're jumping into game number 2 here for Series 3. Irie Deni up against Mayhem, readying up already for match 2.
Yep, and of course, like what we said, it's gonna be really, really crucial if you can target. That's the countdown, that's the game, and of course the buff is being initiated right here by Team Irie Deni. They're now trying to go to the corner and pretty much force Team Mayhem out of that corner. I see that bodies right here is just moving around, and pretty much we have here Angel Shielder going in the center of the clash right here. We have here Nipa trying to focus on Ainora. Ainora low on HP, trying to survive, and of course that's the heal coming in from their Force Archer, and that's gonna be the reset that they're waiting for. No Name, however, is going low on health. Same goes with their Force Archer, and they got taken out of the equation. The Force Archer just got taken down, and that's gonna be the revive, the respawn coming in from Team Mayhem. What's gonna happen now? Icy Place is low on health. The Force Archer is again about to go out in the blaze of glory right here. The first kill coming in from Irie Deni. What's gonna happen next? Icy Place is low on health right here. No Name, however, this is just moving around. Rahayu is going one-on-one with Icy Place right here. Rahayu seeking some distance, trying to teleport away from the enemy, and he is successful in doing so. And now Icy Place trying to chase down Ainora. Ainora with the heal coming in. He's really, really good when it comes to providing support in his, party right here. And there you go, damage overwhelming. Buffs has been used pretty much. We are relying on individual buff here, everyone. So I can see that G-Crush right here is also getting low on health. Angel Shields are trying to provide support as well in terms of tanking so much damage from Team Mayhem. But the kill count is now going on to 3. We are down to our last 4 kills for Team Irie Deni, and Team Mayhem is now trying their best to survive.
Yeah, and that is the reason why it's a bit of a coin flip. If you do not have the Force Shielder in your composition, the Shadow Shield will not be available. The Mayhem just took the bitter end of that, but so far they were able to get the kill onto Rahayu. It's a 1-for-3 kill for now. Irie Deni definitely in the lead, but Icy Plays along with Force Archer, along with G-Crush still in the mix here, still in the play. They really just have to sustain all throughout this game to have the possibility of bringing down the likes of Nipa Tree, already down low on 1 HP. And once again, they're able to take it down. So far, 2 kill count now for Mayhem, and they are still holding on. And Irie Deni still trying to find their 4th kill into this game. But a bit too tanky for them to be able to bring down. Ainora down low already. Those sustains are going to be quite crucial and very important. But Mayhem definitely is eyeing on Ainora to bring down that quickly, going into the sidelines, dashing and fading. The heals would suffice, but not for long. He's able to run away, back to full HP though, coming in from Ainora, and that will definitely be a clutch. And now Mayhem lost her Force Archer. This will be huge coming from Irie Deni. That may just lose them this match number 2, and Irie Deni with just that kill is able to really bring it back into a very feisty matchup. But for now, it will be Icy Plays, it will be G-Crush, the only one standing for Mayhem. As soon enough, they will have to face up against 3 players from Irie Deni. Still has enough damage, still enough potential to really bring down these 2 remaining members, but Icy Plays goes in for the intuition. Invulnerable for a couple of seconds here. Icy Plays has to bring down Ainora, but will not be enough. And Icy Plays, such a crucial time, was not able to bring down 1. Goes in for the BM2 though. Eyes on Ainora, going in for the slash and that. However, it's Irie Deni was able to hold on. Without Ainora going down, it will not be possible for Irie Deni to be beaten that quickly. Now Icy Play is still trying to find that opportunity, still trying to find that opening, but down to half HP, quite a dangerous position already for Mayhem. You have G-Crush also on the sidelines, but Blader should be the target here. One of the highest damage that can be done in a class. Too easy for me. Would be the target here. Stacked on top of each other. Icy Plays goes down. That will be the 6th kill coming in from Irie Deni, and G-Crush with the last member standing. It will be Irie Deni who turned things around here in game 2.
Wow, that was intense. Like what I said, it is the first ever in this tournament right here that we will have a game number 3 or series 3 in this matchup between Irie Deni and pretty much against Mayhem. I think what played a very crucial role in that particular game is that the Force Archer of Team Mayhem got taken out, and they used it into their advantage to decimate, everyone in Team Mayhem. And of course, we're gonna witness the highlights right here, everyone. So let's take a look at the highlights. So there you go. As you can see, they are now brave enough. They have the courage to pretty much charge on straight to Team Mayhem. And as you can see here, if you will notice, Icy Place is taking so much damage as well. And some of or there you go. This is like the part where the Force Archer of Team Mayhem got taken out. So as much as he wants to survive, he was not able to do so. Maybe he was not able to pop that heal as quickly as possible. And there you go. As you can see, running around, pretty much they know their target. They now know their focus, and that is the Force Archer of Team Mayhem. Because without that Force Archer to provide support and healing for the team itself, it's gonna be easy for them to pick off the rest of the team of Mayhem one by one.
Yeah, and it definitely is all about that targeting, right? Irie Deni was able to target No Name, and it was very swift as well. Mayhem took that surprise, and after they brought down No Name, followed up, it was IC Dead Bodies that fell down right after. So it was really huge for Irie Deni. They were really just playing on the numbers game here. When they got the numbers advantage, it was all in onto just focusing on Inora, going in for those heals, and there were a couple of clutch moments there or close calls that Mayhem really was a bit short into taking down Inora. Because the thing is, like, if Inora fell down for the side of Irie Deni, the game was over. Mayhem could have possibly turned things around and changed things up and turned the tables in their favor. But Inora, those clutch fades, those clutch heals were phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I was really, really, holding my breath for Ainora because, she's being chased down by the Blader and pretty much the Wizard of Team Mayhem right there. So I was really holding my breath. Is she going down? Is he gonna be able to clutch this? But like what you said, with the proper fade, the proper timing of heals, he was able to clutch that, and of course that provided them the win for this matchup right here. And of course, we are going to have a game number 3.
Yeah, and it's the first. I'm not sure it's the first because we haven't seen the round 16s that happened last week. But overall, in the past 2 days, yesterday and today's matchups, it will be the very first 3-game series that we have on our hands, and it's really exciting because the thing is, like, this is really very close for these two teams, both on match points. It's pretty much a do or die for this last matchup for the series.
Mm-hmm. Now that team Irie Deni got a taste of victory, I don't think they're gonna shy away from it, and pretty much they will take advantage of what happened, and given that the momentum is now on their side, they will just have to keep holding on to it in order for them to bring this one home.
Oh, for sure. I don't think like any of these two teams will definitely hold back their punches. They really want to take the win. They want to take the dub, and they're bringing their all in forward. But once again, we have the same highlight. We're watching it again, and I think the big key thing really to consider here for Irie Deni is that targeting in that initial couple of seconds in that fight. In the first minute, they were able to take down the Force Blader, and they also brought down the Dark Mage, which was crucial for them. Without these two classes, without these two players coming from Mayhem, those debuffs were gone. We're not placed into consideration already for the side of Mayhem. And on top of that, the Dark Mage as well, it is quite similar into Force Blader onto putting out a lot of desuppression, into putting out a lot of these crowd control skills. It pretty much was a huge chunk of potential lost for Mayhem in the first minute.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So I really can't wait for game number 3 right here, Infinity, because this is gonna be the part or the moment where we will witness the winner, or we will witness who's the best team among the two of them. But still, kudos to the Blader and to the Wizard of Team Mayhem a while ago. Good job surviving that 3v2 assault. It's just that it's very, very maybe it's not enough to be one of the best DPS in terms of class. But of course, again, it's about the strategy, how you distance yourself from your enemy, and of course, with the other two of the team members trying to take you out in the process, it's going to be really difficult for you. And there's this chance of you getting knocked down in the process as you chase after your target. So it really played a crucial factor in second game of this particular series 3.
Yeah, for sure. So final game, final matchup. Both these teams pretty much just waiting for that opportunity to refill those SPs and to be ready coming down into the next battle. Because the thing is, like, pretty much what we're waiting for is the cooldowns to really what do you call this, to replenish those cooldowns, because those buffs take quite some time. I believe some of the skills, some of the buffs here take at least like 5 minutes or so. So those are some things to take into consideration. So it's pretty much gonna happen eventually. It's gonna be a do or die once again, as we have mentioned. Both these teams, one win already for the series, one game away to taking the throne, at least for the series.
And of course, before we continue, why don't we say thank you to our beloved sponsors? Because again, this game is sponsored by Fantech. Again, Fantech is a global brand specializing in gaming peripherals and accessories, including gaming keyboards, mice, headsets, chairs, and other esports gear. And if you guys are looking for affordable and pretty much quality gaming paraphernalia or peripherals, Fantech is a place that you can absolutely go to, because it's not just about the quality and affordability, it's about the generosity as well. Because at the end of this tournament, they will be giving away 5 Fantech HQ53 Flash 7.1 gaming headset.
Yeah, and if you want to combo that into watching your favorite drama, favorite Asian entertainment, pair that with VIU. It is one of the most popular streaming services that offers a wide variety of entertainment content. So if you guys are a fan of those dramas or watching content, VIU will be the one for you. But once again, we're down into the final bout, into the last hurrah. It's the final game between Irie Deni and Mayhem.
Okay, and once again, it's a do or die. We have 1-1 as our score right here, everyone. So if you are one of the people cheering for these teams right here, and we are about to start, and that's the buff coming in from both teams right here. Of course, we have here Angel Shielder taking the lead, charging down the side of Mayhem. Icy Plays trying to pretty much target a G Crush right here, but Nipa right here is being relentless, and he's trying to bring down No Name. And of course, in the process, Rahayu is also trying to debuff pretty much everyone in the party of Irie Deni. But everyone right here, Ainora with that heal, as you can see, everyone's life is replenished for the side of Irie Deni. Nonim, however, is about to go down, and that's it. He goes down. That's gonna be 1 kill count for the side of Irie Deni. Ainora is also about to go down. That's 1 Force Archer, and of course Rahayu is also down for the count. Kill count 2 coming in for the side of Mayhem. Will this be the turning of the tables that we are talking about? Infinity, I can't wait to see the outcome. Rahayu is still out, but too easy for me. Ainora is still in the battlefield. Angel Shielder is receiving no damage. Ainora is getting taken out. Oh my god, he is now gone, and we are now down to our last 2 players right here, or 3 players for the side of Team Irie Deni. Again, we have a huge kill advantage coming in for the side of Mayhem. 4 kills compared to 1. We are now down to too easy for me and Angel Shielder. What's gonna happen now? I think Mayhem is trying to take it really slow, because what happened a while ago is the game ended up in a stalemate of some sort. But this time around, they're not gonna play. They just want this one to be over, and they just want to get this job done with. And of course, there you go. The target, easy for me, is still roaming around, trying to be a difficult target. But Angel Shielder is now going one-on-one with G Crush right here. But of course, it's not dealing so much damage, however. And I think too easy for me just lost her battle mode right here. What's gonna happen next? Too easy for me is now being targeted by pretty much everyone. They are ignoring Angel Shielder, just like what my partner Infinity said. If everyone is now dead and gone, Angel Shielder will be a walking tank in this arena right here.
And so far, it will be a 4v2 for now. It will be a difficult time for them to make it back. No more Force Archer for them to sustain it. And even then, Mayhem, to put into consideration, they still have their Force Archer up. They have their Wizard, they have their Blader, and even their Dark Mage. And what bought time here for Irie Deni was the second Shadow Shield, was the second AOD. Mortal Bane already used as well, but it will be such a difficult time for them to be able to make it back. Irie Deni trying as much as possible, especially coming down onto Angel Shielder with a BM3 to deal AoE damage. However, it will not suffice. Force Archer goes down coming from Mayhem. But with a 4v2 situation with the AOD on a timer for Angel Shielder, it will be mission impossible. It will be a miracle for them if ever they could turn things around here, but in a 1-4 kill count here in favor for Mayhem, it will be such a huge disadvantage for them with these too easy for me, just trying to buy time, dashing and fading away as Ultiplays tries to catch up with G Crush going onto the sidelines as well. It's pretty much a time deficit already. It's all about playing on time here for Irie Deni. Too easy for me. Suppressed in the middle of the map, and it will be over as Mayhem is able to take down their 5th kill off the game so far. Angel Shielder, the next target, brought out the Reflex Shield already. Up against their opponents, but Mayhem are just paying the respects.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the Blader of Mayhem going Berserker mode right here, everyone. And Angel Shielder is not going to be able to survive this assault any longer. I think that's going to be the game right here. But Angel Shielder is still being relentless, of being, you know, resilient right here, everyone. I have to give props to this Angel Shielder right here, a Force Shielder. Not to be messed with, because he is really good when it comes to tanking damage. He's proven himself worthy. But of course, pretty much everyone from Team Mayhem is just waiting for Angel Shielder to lose that buff. And of course, they're just paying their respect as well. And anytime soon, they will be assaulting in full blast against this tank right here. That is Angel Shielder.
Yeah, it's Mayhem was just, at this point, you have Ultiplays going in for that BM2, trying to go in for the chase as well. This is pretty much done and dusted. This is pretty much an over type of play coming from Angel Shielder. Just a lot of that tankiness coming in innately coming in from this team. But overall, Irie Deni at the end will lose the time, and Mayhem will win it all in the very first 3-game best-of-3 series. It will be Mayhem that will proceed into the quarterfinals.
And that's it, everyone. As you can see, as much as we want to continue shoutcasting the game, it's gonna be impossible for Angel Shielder to bring down any of the members of Mayhem. And of course, Angel Shielder is also running at low on time, so that's gonna be the match right there. And like what Infinity said, it's gonna be Mayhem who will proceed to the quarterfinals in the tournament of the Infinite War of Celestials. And that concludes our game for today, Infinity.
Yeah, for sure. And we saw huge amounts of games that are really fast, really quick, but also fun and also chaotic at the same time. It was Walkaboo. We saw it at the first bout, at the first series of the day. Really strong in terms of coordination. I think this will be their playstyle moving forward. It's all about playstyle. It's all about having that united front coming into this tournament. And then you'll also have VM Legends that is outright strong in terms of their combat power. And last but not least, you also have Mayhem that really just came about persevering all throughout that matchup. Overall, fantastic set of games that we have for the day.
But I also want to take note of VN Legend right here. I mean, talking about Swift. I mean, that was fast, charging right on straight to the match. But of course, we're going to be showing the highlights of game number 3 right here, the last game. As you can see, No Name took so much damage. He's being FF'd right here. So too easy for me, and Nipa was able to bring him down. Rahayu as well came next, and Ainora got taken out of the equation. And of course, that made pretty much everything possible for Team Mayhem to decimate the rest of the members of Team Irie Deni. Ainora, however, is trying his very best to survive. But like what we said all throughout this tournament, it's all about target priorities. If you know what's going to be your opponent's weakest link, you have to attack that one. Or if you know what particular class will bring advantage to the composition of your enemy, that's going to be your initial target. So that's what the Mayhem did in this matchup right here that put them in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, absolute fest coming from both sides. I mean, regardless if Mayhem was able to win that, congratulations for sure. But I'm still tipping my hats off to Irie Deni, showing a huge amount of perseverance all throughout that series as well. Taking the win, coming down onto game number 2 with that fantastic first set of kills there, bringing down No Name and bringing down the Dark Mage immediately, just putting them in a favorable state in the numbers game. But game 3, Mayhem definitely won it through and through, and this will be the result coming down into the first 2 days of Infinite War of Celestial Sea.
Okay, as you can see right here, we have our matchup for the quarterfinals. Okay, we have Don't Kill Me, who will go up against No Bitter Please. H2K will go up against Ultiplays. So why don't you tell us who's gonna go up with who on the opposite side of the bracket?
Yeah, it will pretty much be you have Wakabu and Mayhem and VN Legends and Rules Breaker coming in from the right side. Don't Kill Me, No Bear Please, and H2K and Ultiplays pretty much going into the quarterfinals here. And as you have already mentioned here, Undoing, there are quite a bit of notable names jumping into the mix here for Signa Server. No Bitter Please. This is such a formidable team. You have Z Asalea, specifically one of the strongest character, if you may, right now here in Signa Server. Wakabu with so much competitive experience all throughout Cabal in and of itself. And yeah, VN Legends as well, showing huge amounts of dominance coming in from their prior game. So I'm really looking forward to what can the quarterfinals give us down the road.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm really, really hyped. And I hope you guys are hyped as well. Are you guys excited? If you are, make sure that you spam the reaction button in this live stream right here, because you have to be notified. You have to at least be able to watch this. Like what my partner said a while ago, blink once, or if you blink, you might just miss it. Okay? This particular tournament can be over in the blink of an eye. But of course, we're going to be providing you with our last code for tonight. There you go. Okay, so everyone, you have to log in. All you need to do is type in the code into your in-game claimable option. And pretty much our last code for tonight is W6M9G2B8.
Yeah. It's for every single one of the fans out there and the Cabalistas rather that is currently watching at home. It is free rewards for our viewers and for our player base that is currently tuning in into the Infinite War of Celestial Sea. And definitely there will be a lot more in store for you guys down the road, because we have a couple of more days and set of games here for this tournament.
Yep, that's right. And of course, I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. But then again, if you are not yet following the page, make sure that you follow us on our social. Okay, you follow the page of Cabal. That's a Cabal Infinite Combo, in order for you to stay updated, in order for you to get notified on what's happening in our tournament right here. Because again, this is the Infinite War of Celestial Sea, the Infinite Battle.
With that said and done, 3 games here today and yesterday. We saw so much quick and swift and chaotic battles, and we're gonna see more of that down the road. But for tonight, it will conclude the Infinite War of Celestial Sea down into the last 8 teams for the quarterfinals. My name is Infinity, and this is Undoing. We are here to say thank you very much for tuning in into the live stream and to the tournament for the day. See you guys in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Cabal Infinite Combo Tournament. The Infinite War of Celestials. Each team will consist of 5 players working together to claim the victory. In addition, each team is allowed 2 substitute players, ensuring flexibility when needed. And remember, all players must use their own accounts and items, so bring your best gear and skills to the battlefield. No duplicate classes are allowed within the same team. Before the match starts, a coin toss will determine the home team. In case of a tie, the home team will be declared the winner. Each team is allowed a maximum of 2 revives, but each player can only revive once per match. Eliminating an opponent earns 1 point. The first team to reach 7 points wins the match. Each round has a 7-minute time limit. If the time runs out, the team with the higher kill count wins. If the score is tied, the team that secured the first kill wins.